There are 6 types of requisitions available in SpendMap, any of which can be used to insert a fast and easy online approval step before certain types of transactions can be processed in the system. For example, if approval is needed before purchase orders are placed with suppliers, a buyer would enter a purchase requisition rather than an actual purchase order, and only once the requisition is approved will it be converted or flipped into an actual purchase order that goes to the supplier. Each type of requisition is optional, depending on how tightly you want to control the process. If approval isn't needed, just give your users access to the other modules and document work areas, and they'll be able to create purchase orders, take items out of inventory, and pay invoices without an approval loop. Item requisitions are the most flexible and versatile type of requisition in SpendMap and can be used when your staff want to request products and services that either need to be ordered from a supplier or filled from your own inventory. In addition to being able to include both stock and non-stock items on the same requisition, item requisitions can also include products and services from different suppliers, so end users don't have to worry about making a separate requisition for each supplier. They just select the items that they need, and once approved, SpendMap will split the requisition onto multiple purchase orders, one for each supplier. This is the type of requisition that you'll see on SpendMap's easy-to-use storefront. Using their smartphones, tablets, PCs, or Macs, your staff can select items from your internal item master file, just like when shopping at home, or they can enter free-form item requisitions without using an item catalog. And if they shop on websites like Amazon, Staples, Grainger, or other online stores, SpendMap can be integrated with these websites to pull their shopping cart contents back into the system to create the requisition for approval before the final checkout actually occurs. Because of their simplicity and flexibility, item requisitions are quite popular for end-user requisitioning and when there's a large user community. Your users likely won't need any training at all. More advanced users can also create item requisitions in the desktop version of SpendMap, and in high-volume environments, you can even import item requisitions from Excel or other file formats using the item requirements staging batch. And again, once item requisitions are approved, they can be converted or flipped into RFQs, purchase orders, or releases, or they can be routed to the stockroom to be filled if you're using the optional inventory control module. Unlike item requisitions where the user is simply asking for a list of items, which might ultimately come from different sources, purchase requisitions are used when someone wants to create a specific purchase order. Only approval is needed before the order is sent to the supplier. Purchase requisitions look exactly like actual purchase orders and use the same screens, so from the user's perspective it looks like they're doing their own buying, even though they might not necessarily have authority to spend the money. Once purchase requisitions are approved, they can be delivered to a buyer's RFQ or purchase order work area, or SpendMap can send the order directly to the supplier using the no-touch PO feature. Expense reimbursement requisitions are used when someone's already purchased and paid for products and services with their own money or credit card and just needs to be paid back. Expense requisitions are very similar to item requisitions, only once an expense requisition is approved, rather than creating a new purchase order, SpendMap will send a check request to your accounting or ERP system to issue payment to the employee since they already have their stuff. But even though nothing's being ordered, expense requisitions will still update budgets, spend history, and other reporting in the system since money's still being spent, even though the requisition and approval process happens after the fact. Unlike item requisitions, purchase requisitions, and expense reimbursement requisitions that users will enter in SpendMap themselves, there are a few types of requisitions that SpendMap can create automatically for the purpose of routing other types of transactions for approval, including change orders, invoice discrepancies, and non-PO invoices. While it's completely optional, if you enable requisition approval for change orders or invoices, SpendMap will create an item requisition behind the scenes to route the document for approval while the original transaction remains on hold in the user's PO or invoice work area. Approvers can review all types of requisitions in the same approval utility, and once approved, the change order or invoice will be released or unlocked in the original user's work area so that it can be processed. You can enable requisition approval for change orders in PO processing settings, and you can enable approval for invoices in invoice options. For more details on the different types of requisitions in SpendMap, check out this section of the online help. Or for details on a particular type of requisition, take a look at the online help in the document work area itself. And if you'd like to see what the approval process looks like in SpendMap, or to see what happens when requisitions are fully approved, check out the related video tutorials on our YouTube channel. And please don't forget to like and share our videos to help spread the word about SpendMap. Thanks again everyone, and so long for now.